History of Asiatic lions. As per your demand, we will discuss the history of Asiatic lions in and outside subcontinent. So stay tuned with Mr. Muscle. The Asiatic lion, also known as Indian lion or in ancient times Persian lion or Bengal lion, only lives in Gir forest of India today. But historically, their range was far bigger than it is today. The Asiatic lion is genetically distinct from other lion subspecies, distinguished by a strange fold of skin under its torso. Once covered most of Asia, now they are only restricted to Gir forest. With only 674 lions left as of 2020, the Asiatic lions come under the IUCN category of endangered. The former range of these cats was from Turkey to the most part of India, but there were many reasons due to which they came at the brink of extinction. So let's start. The type specimen of Asiatic lions was first described from Persia in 1826. It also occurred in Arabia, Palestine, Mesopotamia, also known as Iraq and Pakistan. This is the 15th century Persian manuscript at Topkapi Parlance Museum in Istanbul, Turkey, which shows lions' ancient presence in Turkey. This is the illustration of Johnson's Book of Nature published in 1880, which is comparing an African lion with an Asiatic lion. Lions from Greece tended not to have an underbelly mane, unlike Persian lions, which did have an underbelly mane. This ancient artifact from Iraq shows how common lion hunt was. Same shows this artifact from Babylon. During the year 1841, in Khuzestan, Iran, Austin Henry Layard saw and killed a lion, which they described it as being unusually large and of very dark brown color, with some parts of its body being almost black. Though the last lion of what is now Pakistan was thought to be killed in 1842 near Khatdiji, there were some sightings till 1935. There was a British admiral who, while traveling by train, saw a lion eating a goat in Quetta, Baluchistan in 1935. Until the middle of the 19th century, it survived in regions adjoining Mesopotamia and Syria, and was still sighted in the upper reaches of the Euphrates River in the early 1870s. This is the ancient statue, also known as the Lion of Babylon. By the late 19th century, the Asiatic lion had become extinct in Turkey, and the last known lion in Iraq was killed on the lower Tigris in 1918. Historical records in Iran indicate that it was widespread in the country, but in the 1870s, it was sighted only on the western slopes of the Zagros Mountains and in the forest regions south of Shiraz. These are the sketches of the Persian lion and Caspian tiger in Harvard Museum. This is how a Persian literature book looks like on two big cats. Persian lion also served as the national emblem and appeared on countries' flag and coins. Some of the country's last lions were sighted in 1941 in the Fars province, and in 1942, a lion was spotted about 65 kilometers northwest of Dezful. In 1944, a dead lioness was found on the banks of Karun River in Khuzestan province in Iran. It was suggested that the restricted distribution of the Asiatic lion in India indicates that it was a comparatively recent immigrant and arrived in the country through Persia and Baluchistan before humans limited its dispersal. This is the famous original sandstone squisted lion capital of Ashoka preserved at Sarnath Museum, which was originally made around 250 BC. In the old age of traditional lion hunt, the Mughal emperors hunted lions and the other animals a lot for the sport of royal game, and it was the center of attraction. This is an ancient art of Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan hunting lions in what is now Madhya Pradesh in India in 1630. This is another Mughal Emperor Jahangir teaching lion hunt to Raja Karan Singh of Mewar. This is another one of Mughal's royal hunts, including lions by Jahangir. Here you can see a male lion attacking one of the member of Mughal hunting party. In the early 19th century, the Asiatic lion survived in Sindh, Bahawalpur, Punjab, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Haryana, Bihar, and Madhya Pradesh. This art is from late 18th century, where lions are mauling hunters from invading their territory, and the war is raging in the background. It once ranged to Bengal in the east and up to the Narmada River in the south, but declined under heavy hunting pressure. The advent and increasing availability of firearms led to its extinction over large areas. This art is from 19th century, where a sportsman is in a perilous position, having fallen out of the howdah on the elephant's back. The heavy hunting by British colonialism also played a vital role in their steady decrease in population. This picture shows a lion hunt led by a British officer standing over a male lion corpse. Lions were exterminated in Palama by 1814, in Baroda, Haryana and Ahmedabad district in the 1830s, in Kotdiji and Damo in the 1840s. The lion hunt had become very common after the introduction of firearms. There was a British ruler who killed 300 lions in a single day during the War of Independence in 1857. Here you can see another one of many lion hunts in India. Trophy hunting had also become very common. The last lions of Gwalior and Rewa were shot in the 1860s. One lion was killed near Allahabad in 1866. The last lion of Mount Abu in Rajasthan was spotted in 1872. By the late 1870s, lions were extinct in Rajasthan. By 1880, no lions survived in Guna, Disa and Palampur, and only about 12 to 20 lions were left in Junagadh district. Lions were treated poorly in captivity too, as you can see in this picture 1890 from Gujarat. It was the end of the 19th century where the massively decreased population of the lions caught the attention of Mahabat Khan, who was the Nawab of Junagadh. He strictly banned all the lion hunting in his private hunting ground, that is Gir Forest in Junagadh. It was because of his noble service that we still see Asiatic lions today. There were 12 to 20 lions left in 1900, which today divided into more than 800 lions as of 2022. Though we successfully preserved the population of Asiatic lions, those huntings in past left a great impact on lions. Excessive inbreeding and lack of prey made the size of the lions smaller. Yes, you heard correct. Asiatic lions used to be massive in past. There was a lion killed by Emperor Jahangir in 1620s which weighed 306 kilograms. That lion was killed by a spear. Did you know? The reintroductions of the lions were also done by Indian kings, after the last lion was killed in Gwalior. In 1904, the king of Gwalior, Madho Rao Scindia, requested the Nawab of Junagadh to give them some of their lions, to which Nawab of Junagadh refused. So the king set his sights at the lions in Africa. So in the next few years, the king brought some 10 African lions from Kenya, Sudan, and British Somaliland with the help of Viceroy Lord Curzon. They were kept in captivity and released in wild after 2 years. 7 lions were released. They were given hunting training in captivity so that they can retain their wild instincts. But when they were released, it resulted in a disaster. All of them went some 80 to 100 kilometers away from where they were supposed to be and started going after cattle. Some of them became man-eaters and killed close to 30 people. One of the lions caused so much destruction that locals believed it to be some demonic entity. So Madho Rao had them captured and they were kept in captivity again. But not all of them were captured. Some died in a conflict and some strayed deep into the wild. No lions were released until 1920. In 1920, these lions had breed and all of them were released again in pairs, but the same thing happened again. So eventually they were shot. Some 9 lions fled in wild, and like this plan came to an end. In 45 years, 15 lions in this area were reportedly shot. The last sighting of African lions in this area occurred in 1960. Though this project failed, we have to admire that the king of Gwalior's thinking was far ahead of his time. I personally believe that a project like this should be conducted again. This time it might not fail. Previously, 100 years ago, we did not know much about conservations, but now we do, so we should give it a try. It took around 120 years for us to save the Asiatic lions from the brink of extinction, and still we have a lot to do to sustain the population of lions in India. The government of Gujarat should consider relocating some of their lions to other forests in India, as the Gir forest is becoming smaller for their increasing population. This way, all the lions will be preserved in protected areas and their population will be saved from some contagious diseases. That would kill all of them if they are at the same area, and if the lions are at a habitat with a lot of prey density, the Asiatic lions might regain their former size. The government of India should also bring some African lions in India and try to succeed where Madho Rao failed. Now that will be all for today. I hope you learned something from this video. If you liked the video, then leave like, subscribe and share. Now I will meet you in some other video. Goodbye.